Hey everybody, Chris here. In this video, I'm going to be talking about why I believe that the Dogecoin bull cycle is not over. Please be sure to subscribe to my channel, hit that little notification bell too. You can be notified when my new videos come out, as well as when I do live streams. And since the October 10th flash crash that we had now over 3 weeks ago, I've been showing with these long extended purple boxes how sideways trading, the crab market, has taken over for those past 3 weeks, not only for Doge, but for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and most cryptos have all been trading sideways. Now, overnight and this morning, we have had a dip below the purple box for most cryptos, which is my warning area, right? And we're in this indecision mode now as the prices has dropped below support, whether this is a sign of an impending bear market, or is this just a better accumulation price before prices move higher? So let's talk about it. Let me get to the charts on the news. I'll show you what I'm looking at. And we start here looking at the current Dogecoin chart, and we're just under 17.5 cents, but we were still holding on to a long-term sloping support line that I'll show again in just a minute for Dogecoin. But this is the long purple box that we've had for over 3 weeks. And Doge has just dropped below it here, which is just tempting us like, okay, what's going on? Decision point coming. Bitcoin is still in the lower end of its larger purple box, but many others have dropped out, including Ethereum, including Solana, and many others had already shown weakness like VeChain and others. So that is overall kind of what's happening in the crypto market at a big level. But Sunday night into Monday morning, weakness and a fallback. But first we say, look, hey, good morning, Doge fam. Hey, look is great. This is like, hey, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday, Dogecoin to the moon, like all that. Still good vibes in the Doge family, despite a lot of negativity. There's a lot of negativity, and I get it, right? $480 million liquidated from the crypto market in the past 24 hours. And here we are again. And you guys are like, Chris, I'm just getting tired of you talking about all of these liquidations. But that is what has been moving the market. And there are so many long leverage trades that continue to be made. It's like, where does all this money come from? They keep getting liquidated and they keep buying more on leverage, more on the long side, because they think that prices are going up. So the market makers and exchanges are going to keep doing what they can in moments where there's low volume and lower liquidity. They're going to drop the prices to take out those 10x, 20x long trades. The cycle continues. Who is still farming these perp dexes? Are you even profitable at this point? Billions are evaporating from the market every other day. And then we sit here wondering why everything else is outperforming crypto, right? Okay, stocks at all-time highs, right? We got gold up, silver's up, but crypto has just been going sideways, right? So we know who's in control here, right? And it's not the traders. No, it is the market makers and the exchanges. Bro, other industries buy and hold. We're out here running the most over-leveraged market on the entire planet. And that is true. And do you know why they keep doing it? Because they've been winning all along, and they think the winning will continue. And here we are at this point where we're ready for that next big move up. Moonvember, right? Here we are. And the games continue to be played. Bitcoin historical returns. Unfortunately, October didn't happen this year, right? Bitcoin closed October in the red. And of course, Dogecoin even lower. But historically, November and December have been two of Bitcoin's strongest months, often marking the start of big year-end rallies. So the question is, will Bitcoin repeat history and push higher this month? That's what we are watching. And we get Ether National saying, look, Bitcoin, maybe it's over, right? Oh, maybe it was over back here in 2023. Maybe it was over here in early 2024. Maybe it was over here early in 2025. And maybe it's over again. Maybe. But, I mean, look at this stochastic RSI here, right? RSI's down. Time for that next move up. That's typically what we see in this kind of cycle here. And if you look at these low RSI levels, right, every time it's come down here, right, in the past, it's been a lower price, right? Same level on the stochastic RSI, but a lower Bitcoin level, Bitcoin higher, Bitcoin higher, Bitcoin higher. And here we are with these low stock RSIs ready for that next move up. Bitcoin history repeats for those who dare. Every major consolidation during this bull run was built in fear, shaped as a bullish structure, followed by a liftoff. Bitcoin is drawing the same setup again. We've been in these long accumulation periods that have been separated by big moves up. So the fear is here, right? The fear is there. I get it. But again, why not? The next move up. Every major correction in Bitcoin's uptrend has been followed by a new expansion phase. So we see it, we see the sideways trading, and then it moves up, and it moves up. And are we getting ready for that next move up for Bitcoin when there is fear in the market and there is uncertainty in the market? I'm holding, I'm not selling here. And in fact, just to be on the safe side, I am trimming some positions on some more volatile things like the peak token that I had, right? Trim that and rotate it into Bitcoin because I think that Bitcoin move is coming and Bitcoin is showing a lot of strength. And I think Bitcoin, having more in my portfolio for longer term, I think is a good idea. That's just what I'm doing. Mike Novogratz is bullish. Monster pool of capital is lining up for Bitcoin. Global liquidity rising. Bitcoin is the first stop when the money moves. As well as we looked on Sunday at the business cycle as well, something Raoul Paul has been talking about, how that's extending into 2026. And now we're looking at, well, maybe this is different this time. This will be an extended cycle. Yeah, we got November and December here where we typically see those moves up. And maybe then 2026 is a higher low yet again for Bitcoin. It's all there. The Bitcoin Bollinger Bands are now at a tightening level. And again, we see it with the Bollinger Bands, particularly back in 2023 when we had that long extended, right, sideways trading. Those Bollinger Bands got really tight. But, that was the bottom of the bull market. Bitcoin was just turning around. But we've had these sideways accumulation periods in 2024. And then the tariff drop, right, in early 2025, right, with the prices going down, Bollinger Bands constrain a bit. And we're getting that again. Particularly, we've been sideways trading for 3 weeks, right? You would expect that. Bollinger Bands will tighten up. Ready for that next move. And it could be volatile. We could have a big move up. Bollinger Bands will get big again, right? The bull cycle continues. But here we are, right? The battle of the ages. Here we are, Bitcoin and ETH. We are looking at support lines. And on these support lines right now, as we sit here, we're wondering, okay, is this support going to hold? And what happens if the price drops below support? Will there be enough buying coming in to get prices back up? Meanwhile, Dogecoin fear and greed is actually gone up a little bit. It's in neutral now. It was in 39, which was high fear, and it's actually moved up, which is kind of interesting because the price is down a little bit more. So maybe there is some better sentiment coming in now that we've had that pullback, that Sunday night, pullback. Maybe that's what's happening. So what about it? Dogecoin tanked 7%. Yeah, we're down. I get it. Technical analysis says it's not quite over yet. What? It's not quite over yet. Technical analysis suggests the drop may provide a buy opportunity. That's right. Now, there have been a lot of market pressure. I get it, right? Data is showing that outflows of like $20 million on Monday, the largest in months, reflecting sustained selling pressure across spot exchanges. As we drop below another fib line, right, on fib retracement, looking at lines, and it's like, yeah, Dogecoin is weak right now on the fib lines. fell below its 20-day EMA, 50-day EMA were below, right? So all of that on the TA side looks tough, right? But traders note, Doge sitting between 16.8 and 17.5, a multi-month demand band last tested early September. RSI has slipped, right, near its oversold territory, suggesting that relief buying could emerge if support holds. Previous instances of similar low RSI conditions have triggered 20 to 30% recovery rallies within 2 weeks, raising hopes for a short-term bounce towards the 0.38 fib level at 19.6. And a sustained move above 19.6 could shift short-term momentum toward the 21 to 21.6 resistance zone where the 50 and 100-day EMAs cluster. So that would be the recovery mode. But again, with all of that, and we get that, where would Doge be? In the middle of the purple box and then back up to the top of the purple box, which is where we were from October 17th up to October 21st when we had that little run for Doge. We could be repeating that again, of which the RSI will start moving back up, and then we will see where Doge goes from there. So this all is like a sustained move again above 19.6, could shift short-term momentum towards the 21.6 resistance zone. And we, of course, have the bigger move still out there for November. And when you zoom out, Trader Allen shows us, right, we are still in an upward ascending triangle. That's right. And I even showed this again yesterday during the live stream. Again, when you zoom out, right, and you zoom out and you look at the bigger picture on Doge, we are still upward supporting a line here with higher highs and higher lows. We did have the flash crash, right? And that was the anomaly. Like, totally manipulated event by Binance and all of that we've talked about for the past 3 weeks and what that was about. But right now we are at that support line yet again, but it is a higher low. Will we get the magnet to pull Dogecoin up to 30 cents? That's what the magnet is there for, just waiting for that next move up. And will it be one of these big violent moves? Or is it going to be more like Bitcoin, where instead of that sideways accumulation, it's going to start slowly moving up? Nah, Dogecoin doesn't trade that way. Dogecoin doesn't really have slow moves up. It starts to, and then it goes vertical. And we're waiting for that next vertical run for Doge. So let me know in the comments below, what do you think? You think this bull cycle's over, or you think we are still waiting for that next big move up? We have big things coming, right? Government shutdown. We got to get that behind us, get the Dogecoin ETFs trading, Doge OS launching, House of Doge continuing to form partnerships. And what is the wild card Elon Musk going to do with X and Tesla, and SpaceX and others? Is there going to be some kind of Doge thing going to happen? We are waiting for that as well. Give the video a like, and if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel. I appreciate the support. We'll see you next time.